Okay, now that I'm temporarily more or less fully living in the outdoors, I have to get a little bit creative about staying fit and getting fit here in the outdoors, since I don't really have a budget on an expensive subscription at the gym, or I also have like a little bit of a dislike or grown a dislike against modern gym culture, like unrealistic expectations they bring, and the supplementation industry, like people just taking pills and powders and whatnot to increase their strength and to increase everything. So I'm kind of trying to step away from that, and but that started me thinking about a way to break free from that platform, like subscription and expensive equipment you need. And I started looking at nature. So what can nature bring me, or what can nature teach me about getting fit, staying fit, and really trying to create a little more functional strength to help me out in the outdoors. Now the goal of this full body workout is not really about building a ton of muscle or superhuman strength. It's really about functional strength that will help you out in the outdoors to traverse rough terrain, to survive harsh conditions, to defend against predators and other threats really. So here's the workout. I'm getting eaten by flies and mosquitoes. Okay, so here's the workout that I developed. You can do anywhere in the wild, and there's no equipment needed, no expensive subscriptions or powders or special supplements, just nature, your surroundings, and a good attitude. Now I like to start off with a little cardio as a warm-up. Jumping these rocks, for example, doesn't only increase endurance, but also increases balance and agility in uneven terrain. You train your feet and legs to adapt quickly in every situation. Training barefoot or with barefoot shoes only increases the results you get. After this 15-minute warm-up, I try to loosen up my upper half to prepare mentally for the workout ahead. I use some simple staff spins to get everything loose, and after that I try to ground myself by meditating and getting into the flow state. And now it's time to get into the real workout. I like to start with some simple push-up variations. I try to do at least 2 variations of incline and decline push-ups, both 4 to 5 sets with a rep range of around 20 and 25 reps. Now for the next part, the arms, I really just pick up a heavy stone and do some simple extensions and bicep curls with it. Also here, the weight is limited, so I use a high rep range and many sets, just enough to properly beat those muscles up. Now for the shoulders, I also just pick up a heavy stone and lift it over my head, kind of like a shoulder press. For the side delts, I didn't really find an efficient way other than doing some lateral raises with 1 stone in each hand. Again, here, high rep ranges, many sets and very short periods of rest. To finish off my shoulders, I do the staff spins to really get every last bit of strength out there. Now for the largest muscle group, the back area, I simply start with doing some pull-ups. Just find a tree strong enough that can carry your weight and do some 4 sets till failure. If you can't do pull-ups right away, just try to hold on to it as long as possible, or try to jump up and lower yourself down really slowly. Now another way to hit the back effectively is to do some kind of pullover motion, like so. But while watching this footage, I'm very glad I didn't let the stone fall on my head or something, so caution advised here and at your own risk. The next exercise is some kind of row movement to hit the middle back muscles. And to finish off, a hinge movement like this deadlift with a heavy stone. But that is a bit more advanced and can cause back problems if not done properly. Well, and we did hit the legs somewhat during the cardio section, but this squat motion really gives us that extra strength we need when climbing steep hills, for example. And at the very end, I like to engage my core with some good old Russian twists. The stone doesn't need to be very heavy, just be sure to go full range of motion and do till failure. Now that I've done the whole workout, I like to center myself again and cool down with a moment of silence, to ground myself back to the reality and relax again. Okay, so I know that there are probably better workouts out there that you can do with the wild and better exercises, but that's not really the point. I just scrambled together a few exercises I thought of doing, and yeah, really to prove to you that you can really work out everywhere and using any equipment like a stone or a wooden log, for example. And yeah, so I hope to inspire you in some way and to start getting fit for the outdoors as well, and just enjoy the outdoors while you're out there. So instead of a stinky gym with bad music, just be out here in nature. So yeah, that's about it, and I hope to see you in the next video.